Hi everyone, thank you for joining me for a moment. Today I am sharing something a little different but very meaningful and powerful. I am working in a reflection for one of my graduate classes and the topic touched me so deeply that I thought, why not go live and share it with all of you. I am talking about something very real in life that is starting over in life, going back to school, changing career, rebuilding after the 10 years, or starting from zero in a new country with a new language, with a new reality. As I was preparing this reflection, I was reading about a woman in her middle 30s who wanted to return to college, but she wasn't sure what path to take. And that hit me very hard, very deeply because that was my story. When I come to United States, I was around the same age, and just like that woman that I'm gonna talk to you about it, I had to start completely over. And before I go deeper into this reflection, I want to say this. I am sharing this live not only with my Instagram community, but also as part of my graduated casework. I love that one moment can serve two purposes: connecting with people and reflecting deeply from my studies in mental health and psychology. So, whether you are watching live right now or seeing this later as part of my academic submission, thank you so much for being here with me as part of a part of this. But I stay with me as I talk about this client is how every big decisions carry an emotions. When a woman in her middle 30s say that she wants to go back to school but doesn't know what to study, I don't hear confusion. I hear courage. I hear fear and a quiet hope for somebody to be better. And I think this touched me very deeply because I was that woman. That was my reality at the same age, at the age of 30 years. When I moved from the Dominican Republic to the United States, my degree wasn't transferred. Everything I had worked so hard in my country back home disappeared on paper. I remember feeling lost. I remember feeling frustrated, and starting over was not easy. Really wasn't. I had to rebuild from zero, just like this client that I wanna speak about it. In my work with families, I learned that education's decisions didn't come from a perfect plan. They come from a real life. Children's, immigrations, pressures, survivors, dreams that maybe go bust. I once worked with a mother who told me, I don't know what to study. I want to come back to the school, but I don't know what to do. I don't know why I feel stuck. I don't want to feel stuck. And that honestly touched me and stayed with me. That's why I wouldn't start with a major when I have clients or families. I will start with a story. From there, I wouldn't gently introduce tools. I will introduce tools that help people see who they are. Not to label the people, but to guide them, to be with them. The career interest game based on Holland's theory is perfect for this. People light up when they realize they mix of interest: social, artistic, investigative, that all of them make sense for them. Then after I do that, I bring them to the one net interest profile, which take those interests and turn into the real career and real path. And that bring peace, that bring directions when everybody feel stuck or blurry. And I connect the woman with her Metro West College Planning Collaborative, and I love the way they work. The Metro College Planning Collaborative, they working alongside with people. They help people with financial aid, transfer support, workshop, scholarship, and guidance in different language. Honestly, that's what I need when I came to this country. I had to start over at the age of 30 years, start my education. My academic path wasn't planned. I first studied accountability and business administration because in that time was practice for me back home in Dominican Republic. And then when I moved from my country to United States, no one of those careers count for me. So I earned an associate degree in early childhood education, then a master's degree in human services, work as a family partner, then work as intensive care coordinator, and now I am doing and completing my master in mental health. People may see a smooth timeline on paper, but the truth is, it was a courage, it was faith, sometimes tears, and I studied over again and again. And that's why this client or this story feels so close to me, and I want to tell you about it. As I close this reflection, there is something that I keep returning to me. No one path is a straight line. No mine, no client, no everyone's. And that's okay. It's fine. Every step, even the messy one, still count. Every step teaches, reveals something, or open a door that we maybe didn't expect about it. So when I think about this client, and honestly, when I think about my own journey, I remember of this simple trust. Beginning don't require perfection. You hear me? Beginning don't require perfection. Just require courage, require faith. And I truly believe that when someone decides to move forward, even with fear, even with, I don't know what is going to happen, I believe that God always places the right people, the right opportunities, and the right direction along the way. My hope is that and anyone that listens to me can trust this. We don't have to know the whole path to take the first step. Thank you for listening. Have a good night.